How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffle and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Today I want to take a look at a post made by Dragon Terra 06 or 05, I'm not really sure. It's kind of hard to see. It's really early in the morning when I'm recording these videos often. So, either way, he basically put together this theory for why he thinks Arceus might be the villain in Pokemon Legends Arceus. And I thought we'd take a look at it, as I've talked about something similar already in the past, and I thought we'd take a look at his version of it and the way he sees, why it should be like this. So, sit back, relax, grab yourself a beverage, and let's get started. Before we continue, today's video wouldn't be possible without the guys over at Idle Firefighter Tycoon. Now, this is the perfect game for when you're exhausted and just want to play a relaxing game, right? The idle feature of the game is great for when you are offline, so you can simply continue your work or, play it while you're relaxing and watching a movie, essentially. Also allowing you to essentially earn in-game money even when you are AFK, so that you get it when you log in again. And recently, the game launched its live ops events where players can enjoy and compete in weekly in-game events from Mondays to Sundays. During this event, you'll be able to build up your fire station in a tropical paradise, and in these events, it's kind of perfect with that. Now that summer is coming to an end and winter is closing in, it's kind of like just perfect to have a little bit of extra summer and sunshine right before the end of it. The game has also added new fire captains. They have a new elite captain that boosts your fire station's efficiency even more, and you get fire captains from opening chests as well. So what are you waiting for? Go and download Idle Firefighter Tycoon right now and join me and loads of other firefighters out there right away, guys. So link in the description down below. Go download the game, and thank you again for sponsoring me to Idle Firefighter Tycoon. The post starts off as following. I know. It might sound weird, but hear me out. As we've seen in the footage we got, we can clearly see signs of humanity, an ancient civilization, or civilizations perhaps. Now, he's referring to here that if you look at the actual map of Pokemon Legends Arceus, there are these little people that live on the edges of the map, essentially, on parts of the map that look like they're wearing outfits similar to Dialga and Palkia, people that we do not know yet, as we are new people entering this area. Now, these people are clearly going to be similar to the real-life Ainu people in actual literal Hokkaido, Japan, who are these indigenous people that have lived there for very, very long times. And these people, lived there before the others came around. And in this case, we have a similar thing literally happening in Pokemon as well. But let's continue. We can see shipwrecks, ancient ruins, but how could this be? We are the first people, maybe in a long time, to settle in this region, or so they tell. We do know that the people we come with are some sort of pioneers, discoverers of this rich land, and we are tasked to research the local wildlife. The trailer explicitly said that this is from the time when human lives were separate from Pokemon, but that clearly can't be the case, can it? From the looks of the architecture and elements we palpably see, and as theorized by many, this seems to take place in the Meiji Restoration period around the late 1800s. On the contrary, modern-day Sinnoh seems to take place around the 21st century. However, there's one discrepancy that many ignore. Pokemon Legends Arceus doesn't take place in ancient history, and that is obvious. Along the newly revealed ancestors of known characters that don't exist yet on the timeline. Kalos and Galar clearly show that humans have lived with Pokemon for a far much longer time. Our greatest evidence is that humans and Pokemon fought side by side in the Kalos War 3,000 years ago from modern Kalos. Clearly, irrefutable evidence that shows humans have been with Pokemon very much longer than said in PLA. Now, they could of course have retconned all that previous information. They always do that with shows and stuff. Now, we are clearly only going to be researching and rediscovering the local wildlife, and so on. And so, questions still stand. What happened to the civilization or civilizations before, and why is Arceus the villain? Now, the old civilization must have done something terrible to the region and its Pokemon. I think I remember something of a Sinnohan old wives' tale that can be found in Veilstone City, where humans have done something bad with swords, but I can't seem to find it, sorry. Some action of the old civilization might have awakened Arceus' wrath, and they are wiped out indefinitely, leaving only traces of their life. Sinnoh is definitely special to Arceus, it being the first region created and all. Sui also means jade in Japanese. For the nobility, jades are extremely valuable and signifies wealth and power. And Arceus has jades in its design, so there's that. And so one question still stands. Why is Arceus the villain? Well, as we saw in the trailer, the sky's cracked, causing lights on the sky throughout the region, possibly blasting otherworldly energies towards the surface of Hisui. The trailer implies that this, in fact, is making the Pokemon enraged, attacking us, stopping us from learning more about this region. Arceus, the creator, may not want what has transpired before, i.e. the old civilization, to happen again. Maybe it sees the future, what Cyrus will eventually do, and doesn't want that to happen. But we will somehow prove to Arceus that humans should live in the region, and will, it'll come to be known as Sinnoh. The end. TLDR, Arceus is the villain because he's the one that makes the Pokemon angry at us and kill the old people who lived there because they committed atrocities upon the jaded land or something. Well, yeah, pretty much. And somebody down here, Blonded Surfer, says, you talked about Veilstone's story of the old wives' tales, and my mind immediately went to Kamado, Rowan's ancestor, as he looks very shogun-like. He may have been a military leader in his younger days. Then, this connected me to the swords and weapons. What if Kamado, which, again, they're referring to even him as like a commander or whatever, what if Kamado and his military did something detrimental and is not so long ago past? I don't know. I just find it hard to believe that they'd make Celine the villain, as that's super predictable. Same goes with Professor Laventon. Arceus may not be the villain, but maybe the one who's punishing the people for the atrocities they've committed against Pokemon, nature, and possibly innocent people. Another quick note I want to add is Giratina was banished for a reason. Maybe it is the true villain here, maybe it has a connection with Kamado, we'll see. And somebody says here, good point, but I prefer to think that Giratina's banishment is as a misunderstanding because he kind of is the one that helped, in-game in a way in Platinum. Now, I want to know your thoughts about this, because a lot of people are talking about, what about, Giratina? What's its role here? I feel like it's going to be more about, I think it's going to be more about the other lad here. I think it's going to be more about specifically, Arceus in this case. I'm feeling like it's just going to be more the story about Arceus itself. And what do I mean by this? Well, here's the thing. What's being said here is something I've already talked about in a previous video, that I think that Arceus essentially is punishing humans now, and he's enraged because he's seen what humans do to Pokemon, that they enslave them, that they might abuse them, that they might destroy the region. And as you may have seen in the new Jubilee City, if you look at Jubilee City, what you may have noticed, or Jubilee Village in Legends Arceus, you may notice something very interesting. They have basically a little factory created. And what does this factory do? Well, it lets out, probably poisonous gas and things that are going to ruin the environment. And do you think Arceus wants that? Of course not. This is his creation. He created this region, this land. He wants this land to be safe from anything that may, harm the Pokemon there, which is what he cares about because, he's the god of all Pokemon. He's the one who created them, essentially. So, of course, he wouldn't want to see them get harmed by these foolish humans who are here now bringing all this destruction. But yeah, that's it more or less for this, theory. I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions. Shout out to Dragon Terra for actually posting this little theory, and I want to know what you guys think about this. Let me know in the comment section down below. There's going to be a link to this post if you want to check it out. And yeah, don't forget also check out today's sponsor. Big thank you to them for sponsoring this video. And that's it for today. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out and bye bye.